Theresa Caputo is a New York Times best-selling author. Oh, she's a mom, a wife. She's also the Long Island medium on TLC. Theresa is loved around the world, and there's nothing like Theresa Caputo, the live experience. And you can experience Theresa Caputo live, the website, for tour dates, merch, social media, and everything Long Island medium is TheresaCaputo.com. It's that simple. Please welcome back to the Marc Berman Show, the Long Island medium, Theresa Caputo. Welcome back.
Good morning, Mark. Thank you so much for having me and sharing me with your listeners.
You know, you have such an extremely large, loyal fan base. Can you go to the mall or to your drive-through convenience store in Long Island without being asked for a reading?
Well, it's funny, you know, when I go out, people really don't ask me for a reading. They ask me for a picture.
Oh, I'll bet.
You know, and they're just so excited to meet me. You know, I think my fans also understand, and it is interesting, you know, from the age of 6 all the way up to 106 is my fan base. So I'm very lucky and very fortunate.
Theresa, you have a gift. What is it that you feel? Can you explain the energy and what's going on as you channel someone who has moved on?
I always say to people, I wish it was something really cool that happened to make it more interesting, but it's just a feeling and a knowing, and it just happens. You know, I will just all of a sudden get these feelings, and these images will pop into my head that really mean nothing to me, but is going to be life-changing to the person that I'm standing in front of.
So when we watch you, you bring out every emotion. Yeah, we're going to laugh, but you have to have Kleenex. You can't watch you and what you do without having Kleenex. There's so much going through you.
I can't either. I can't either.
And that's where I want to go with this. Is there somebody, since you realized you had this gift, is there one experience that is so, I guess, heart-wrenching that you had to stop, you couldn't divulge anymore, and you personally had trouble dealing with it?
Well, you know what it is? When I read, I cannot have any personal thought, feeling, or emotion. It strictly has to be the emotions of the person that I'm reading and the soul that I'm channeling. And sometimes they just get so deep into my soul that it's overwhelming. The emotion is very overwhelming. And it is hard sometimes to deal with certain things, you know, especially when a child loses a parent, or when a parent, you know, loses a child. You know, those are really hard things. But, you know, it's also hard when someone just loses a grandparent. You know, I know for myself, you know, my grandparents were like my parents. And what people also don't understand is that when we lose someone, no matter who we lose, it's hard. And it's hard for us to embrace life without them. And, you know, because I struggled, Mark, you know, with, you know, I am a practicing Catholic, you know, so I struggled with my gift, you know, of my faith. And then I struggled with my gift of why is someone going to want to see a medium? Couldn't understand that either. And then what I realized is that, unfortunately, we're left with all these burdens and guilt. And again, no matter how someone dies, whether they die and they suffer for years of an illness or they die suddenly, we're left with these should have, could have, would have, only if. And those emotions don't give us the ability to heal. And that's what I do, what it's about. That's what the experience is about. Because you're experiencing, you know, and watching spirit communicate firsthand, you know, because people will say, oh, yeah, Long Island medium editing and all that. You're watching it live.
Sure.
And it's literally like watching Long Island medium live. And that's what it gives us, that peace.
That's the experience. Sure, the world watches you on TV, but when the world comes out to see you live, you just nailed it. There's no editing. It's there right in front of your face, and that's what you need to do. You need to see Theresa live. How would you explain, or how would Larry explain his role on the show? He is funny.
He is very funny. You know, listen, I say it all the time. You know, I would not be able to be who I am if it wasn't for my parents. And then I always say my husband picked up where my parents left off. You know, supporting me in my gift, what I do, who I am, who I need to be, you know, as a person, or more importantly, how God intended me to be.
There is something that I'm envious of you and the family, that you get to sit down and eat a meatball with veal, pork, and ground beef. To me, that's heaven. When you can get a meatball that has that mixture, are they amazing or what?
Of course they are. And don't forget you have to make them with real bread.
We're talking to Theresa Caputo, Long Island Medium. Do you take appointments for private readings?
Well, right now, because we're always in production. Right now I'm on tour. I just finished filming season 7. So I'm on tour now. And then as soon as I go back, I will be shooting season 8 of Long Island Medium. So I'm always filming. People on Long Island Medium are on my waiting list. Oh. So that's the thing that I love about Long Island Medium, is that it's real. They're really my clients. They're really people that are on my waiting list. So that's how that works. So I'm just always on. I'm always shooting. So.
I only have a couple seconds left with you. I saw that you just read Jim Parsons from Big Bang Theory, and are celebrities coming to you now out of the woodwork?
Well, they've always been there. Now we're just, incorporating them into the show. But I will never, ever, ever forget about my fans, my clients. They are always number one. And just because someone's a celebrity, they can be a fan, and more importantly, a client. They're no different than anyone else. So I feel honored to be able to channel the souls of the departed. So
you're out on tour. It's your fall tour. What can people expect? People who don't know, they've never been to a live experience.
Well, I always tell people, Mark, that you can expect me to show up with my hair and my nails done, great dress, and fabulous shoes.
We see. That's it.
That's it. That's it. And then, but look, that's just a perfect example, Mark, of what I try to explain to people too, that the experience is also filled with happiness and joy. It's very sad that we have to live our life without our loved ones, but they give us that permission to live and embrace life. And because we're so busy, just maybe caught up in what happened, how they suffered in the end, whatever it may be, and they give us that permission to be like, you know what, it's okay to laugh. It's okay to have a good time. It's okay to remember the good times. And that's what I love about Spirit. It'll be a life-changing. People say it all the time. Someone just commented on my Facebook page 2 nights ago. The guy, he came with his wife, and he wrote on my Facebook page, on the way to the venue, I was telling my wife, this is BS. This is total BS. And he said, what I witnessed was unbelievable. He says, was not BS. He says, I could not believe what I was witnessing, and it changed my life in such a positive way.
Do you encourage skeptics to come out to the live experience?
That's the thing. This whole, what happens during the live show is it's changing someone's life. Spirit is acknowledging things that this person has been through, what they've experienced. How would I know that?
Yeah.
These private moments, these private things, and that's the thing that I don't understand. How are you telling someone that didn't happen to them when it did? Look, I'm the first one to say what I do is crazy. I mean, this is insane. How can someone talk to someone that is dead? But I don't know the things that I'm talking about, and it changes someone's life in a positive way. Everyone has a right to their own opinion. I'm not asking people to believe in what I do. That's fine if you don't want to believe in what I do. But you can't deny the fact that there's more to life than just here in the physical world, and that's what the experience is about.
And I love that what you're bringing to people a little closure.
Thank you, Mark.
What you do is great, and I appreciate what you do for people. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us on the Marc Berman Show.
Hi, this is Theresa Caputo. You're on the Marc Berman Show.